Even in university, I was very passionate about AI, like in general. I remember there was like 2 courses on AI, but you had to choose one. And I like choose both just to be volunteering, just to participate in another course. So yeah, I was always interested, but I can't say that I'm like huge expert and mathematical genius who knows how everything works now.
Welcome, everyone, to the Probably Something podcast. Josh and I are your co-hosts, and we're super excited to have Stacy here. Stacy, you've built an awesome website called AI Girlfriends. What the Welcome to the podcast.
Hi everyone, and thank you guys for having me here. I'm also excited as well.
So tell us a little bit more about what you're actually building with AI Girlfriends. I've been on the site, but the listeners won't have necessarily gone there yet. So what is it about?
This is a website I'm building to have adventures with AI girlfriend, and on the website you have a library of different adventures and different characters that you can chat with and just interact, have an adventure, just casual chat.
How did you decide this is where I want to spend all of my time and effort?
I am actually a big fan of video games. And I remember the moment when I was introduced to visual novels type of games. And I was so blown away. I was like, oh, I'm finally like in the story itself. I'm the main character. I can choose dialogues. And right now, this is the whole another level where you're actually shaping the story without any possible boundaries.
This is your second AI project, correct? I think you had Anime AI. Is that correct?
Yep. It was successfully acquired, but I had like fun building it. So basically the idea behind the project was that user can upload his own photos, like just from iPhone gallery and like selfies and that kind of stuff. And then within a few hours, he could get results with like photos where he was again the main character from different anime like Naruto, Demon Slayer, if you guys probably know those. Yeah, so that was the point, just to have high quality pics of you as the main character.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the technology behind Anime AI? Were you like pulling from Midjourney or Replicate, or what was the tech stack?
I think it was Stable Diffusion. And I remember when it was this whole AI image generation kind of hype, I was closely following Peter Levels, the most famous entrepreneur. He was actively sharing his own journey in this space. And he actually mentioned the tools he used. And I was like, oh, I should check those out. And immediately it hit me with the idea, because in my free time I was watching anime and I was like, oh, that would actually be good for anime pictures.
Did you have any experience with AI or machine learning before this, or did you just see what Peter Levels was doing and dive in?
Kind of 50-50, because I'm like from software engineer background, so I can't say I knew nothing. I knew something. I also have like diploma in software engineering. So again, I had in university lectures about AI. Even in university, I was very passionate about AI, like in general. I remember there was like 2 courses on AI, but you had to choose one. And I like choose both just to be volunteering, just to participate in another course. So yeah, I was always interested, but I can't say that I'm like huge expert and mathematical genius who knows how everything works now.
But those characters, the AI girlfriends, they have a backstory. That's where I think a lot of your creativity comes into play. Could you tell us a little bit more about what was your input from a creative standpoint? How much work is it to create a new girlfriend?
I can basically add several of them each day, which I am doing right now. So like I allocate some time to do that. But the most important part is not even the adventure or backstory. The most important part is the character itself. So I have some data, I have analytics, and I always analyze which character is performing the best, and I try to guess why, and I try to maybe add something a bit different and see how characters are performing. Yeah, the key here is to create personality that would be so interested to dive in over and over again. For example, discuss your day with this particular AI girl, but it could be something out of reality, just to dive into situation and kind of play it out all over again, but in different ways.
I think what you're trying to achieve is a scenario where users will come and they'll interact with an AI girlfriend, not just for a few minutes, but to actually engage in conversation with them over an extended period of time. And that might be days, it might be weeks. Is that how you would like to see the users of AI girlfriends develop in terms of like actually forming bonds with the AI girlfriends themselves over time?
Yeah, in some way it's already happening, because even though app is not that old, I already have like fans, and I already have fans of specific girlfriends there. It's not girlfriends actually, it's just AI girls, because not all of them have like status of girlfriend. You kind of need to achieve it. And I was actually amazed because in the short period of time, I could see already in analytics, time of the session is 1 hour for lots of guys throughout the day. And it's not beyond 1 hour because I added a daily limit of the messages. And I think if I like close the limit, it could go beyond.
I noticed here you added a couple male characters. Is that new?
Yeah, actually, that's also an interesting thing, because there was a study that showed that male users, they're more like about visual, and females are more about like actually reading the story and like making the genuine relationship with character. And I thought, wow, what if my actual audience are like females? Maybe I should like add more male characters, but they're not popular at all at my website. Maybe because of the name AI girlfriend, and like all guys go to like girlfriend. I don't know.
Just looking forward, what are some of the features that you're thinking about including or building?
I actually have super fun ideas about the upcoming feature. First one would be extending the limit, because more messages via monetization, because I was actually surprised, but lots of people DM'd me they said at least add a subscription because I'm hit by the daily limit. And I was like, whoa, like people actually like asking me for a subscription. That's a great thing. So first thing would be like extending the amount of messages. I think it would be a monthly subscription of X amount of messages that you can spend. And if you're above the limit, you can like add more to the coins, to the balance, something like this.
And then out of curiosity, just on the whole topic of monetization, because you've obviously been very successful in building and scaling and selling your last business, what are the economics of this business versus your previous business, Anime AI? Is it expensive to run AIgirlfriends.com?
This is actually a great question, because business models of these two projects actually very different. Because for Anime AI, it was one-time purchase. It has pros and cons. Like advantage is that you have like no responsibility. You just give result in a few hours and you're done. Disadvantage is that retention is almost 100%, because like a guy got his pictures and he's happy and that's it. So vice versa is the subscription model, which is the more people you get onto the app and the more features you add throughout the like weeks, and to make it like a habit to actually like, after a long day at work, to chat or just have fun. So yeah, that's super different. And about burning cash on running AI model, yeah, I'm actually burning because right now it's for free, but I'm figuring it out on how to calculate the right amount of requests and make them fast enough, and make a daily limit so that people could try before purchasing. So that you need to kind of balance, but I'm in the process of figuring it out.
Where do you see all of this going? AI companionship. Do you think everyone's going to be chatting with AI companions, whether it be a girlfriend or a therapist? Like, where do you see this going?
For me, it's already a new norm, but I can see it's getting bigger and bigger. And I think it's cool. For example, I can see lots of kids like to interact, not on my app, but just in general in the industry. They just have like favorite cartoon character or like from anime, and they just like to chat with it like after school. I think that's super cool because when I was a kid and I like watched a movie, I always like just Googling pics of characters, like, oh, like that's so cool, and maybe rewatching something. And that would be cool if I had the possibility to actually chat with him or her.
I've got one last question, and that's because you raised a point, Josh, around character AI. Because character.ai raised so much money, they've made so much noise. And I've interacted with some of their products, and there's a lot of parallels with what you're building. What's your take on what they're doing? What makes them so special, and where are you quite different?
Yeah, I think we overlap a lot because it's the same industry of different characters, and they have one of the most category there of anime characters and from cartoons. And I could see they have lots of audience of kids. And the funny thing is that character AI, they have a filter for the adult stuff. And the main game for the kids right now is to break the filter and actually speak with their favorite characters. I think maybe that's the filter thing is the place where we're not overlapping because I have no filter.
Stacy, thank you so much. Best of luck with AI Girlfriends WTF.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I really enjoyed the conversation.